My name is Alba Fernandez, and today I'm going to be talking to you about plastic, which is an issue that really touches me. You could say that I'm obsessed. So today I decided to do something about it and just like talk to you about my obsession, the plastic in our lives, and the price that we are all paying for this plastic convenience in our lives. Hit it. So plastic. Plastic is everywhere. Just think about a regular visit to the supermarket. You look around and it has taken over. Plastic wrapping, one single items. We live in the age of plastic, a disposable society where we buy something and then we throw it away after just one use, not even thinking where this plastic ends up. But I get it. Plastic is very convenient and its popularity is no surprise. It is strong, it is light, and it is very cheap. But these same characteristics that have made plastic so popular, it also make it very, very dangerous and the #1 polluting item in the whole world. Alone in the state, 88 tons of plastic are thrown away every day. And the crazy thing is that all this plastic doesn't go away, but with time, keeps breaking down to smaller pieces that they end up in our food chain. But what if we burn it? Well, when we burn it, we are releasing toxic fumes into the air we all breathe. Some of these are highly toxic chemicals called like dioxins, which are also cancerous, and hormone disruptor. Once that these are released into the atmosphere, they settle on crops and in the waterway, and they eventually end up in our food and accumulating in our body. So it doesn't matter how you look at it, plastic is a bad choice. And the more that I think about it, the more worried and obsessed I become. So a few months ago, I decided to momentarily stop worrying sick about it and do something about it. So along with my ever-supporting husband, we took on the challenge, and for the whole month of April, we refused plastic. We didn't buy any item that was made of plastic, wrapped in plastic, or promoted one single plastic item. All our waste was either compostable or recyclable to Bermudian standards. Previously to this challenge, however, we did a lot of research in preparation for the month, getting to know the enemy. So we got to learn lots about like different types of plastic, different type of packaging, and the effect that these have on ourselves and on the planet. But most important of all, we learned about the alternatives. Must confess as well, we got a lot of support from social media, where I timidly share all our stories about success and failure and other experiences that were happening along the way, like where to get a bamboo toothbrush in Bermuda, or like how to make the best glue for your Good Friday kite. But the most challenging part of all, definitely, it was food. Practically everything in the store, from bread to milk, is wrapped, to a degree in plastic. But by keeping an open mind to the alternatives and diversifying the sources where we got our food from, we soon found plastic-free alternatives for all our food basics, like buying our bread early in the morning before they pack it, or going to visit the farmers. We also shop in bulk at the ABC store for grains, rice, and popcorn, and we pre-order our meat with the butcher that then they will wrap in wax paper for us. Another very important part of the journey, it was cleaning and personal hygiene. In this department, I'm still work in progress because it takes time, a lot of failures, to find the recipes that work for you. So I'm still like learning about lotions and cleaning products. But once that I discovered baking soda, my life changed. You can clean the house with it, you can kill roaches, you can even wash your hair along with apple cider vinegar. It's called the no-poo method, where you don't use shampoo, but this instead. And it went so well that I kept it even after the challenge. Then the third big block that we tackled was one single-use items. There is a reusable option for every single disposable item. And every time that we use and accept one single plastic items, we are condoning the use of toxic materials. So, of course, we eradicated them from our lives and carrying our own cutlery, glasses when we were going to parties, and containers when we ate out. Of course, it was a very challenging month, but during this process, during this month, you learn to identify what really is important in your life. What are like those needs, and what are all the things that they are just like simple commodities. By learning and researching, you're able to focus on what's really important, and that you understand the price that you pay for those commodities. The other thing that you learn is the power that we all have as a consumer. You see, like every time that we make a decision, we have the power to choose a practice that is either sustainable or one that it is not. And furthermore, we have the power to demand from our suppliers alternatives and responsibility. Other things that I learned are obviously practical ones. Some of them I already spoke about, such as like, of course, refuse straws and carry your own water bottle, take away coffee cup, and others are a little bit more committed, like carry your own cutlery and containers when you know you are eating out. But others, are very easy, like carry your reusable bag or produce reusable bags, and others require a little bit more rewiring, like using like a toothbrush, made out of bamboo, or like maybe like using soap bar instead of dispenser. So, during this process, you don't have to change everything, okay? But you need to just like make small changes. See how this, have an open mind to the alternative, and just give yourself some time for the changes. In my case, I found that like through these changes in this process, I got to find a better me that lives more in tune with my beliefs and the planet. So I want to invite you all. I want you to all, to invite you to take this challenge. Try to give up plastic for a week, or maybe just for a day. Maybe for the whole month if you are that brave. But like even if you just change a couple of things, I promise you that it's going to be a very enriching experience. So, you don't have to change everything, but we need to be informed. Question what goes into your body, okay? What are we doing to the planet and how are we living our lives? And find out how we can do things better. The bottom line here is just like to become aware, make small changes, and understand that with a strong, informed, and respectful voice, we can all make a difference. Thank you. I can't believe I did it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You can see I have so many friends in here.
Thank you, Alba.
Thank you.
That's awesome. What type of questions do we have out there? I see one way in the back.
I admire what you're doing, and I am completely sold as I carry a straw in a plastic cup. My question to you, Alba, is were you able to document all of the findings that you had, the little ways around things, like how to buy bread without buying the plastic around it? And is that information available anywhere online?
Well, I'm a very untechnological person. So all these things like blogs, they are a bit too much for me because I'm in the opposite spectrum of what Alex was talking about. But I did try my best to document it on Facebook, which is the only thing that I do. That was the only way, really, but I tried to be like kind of accurate. However, I want to say that like after the challenge, we obviously, Eco Warriors never stop. So we have like been finding out many, many more like places, like who knows that in Bermuda you can buy meat that is being raised in here in Bermuda. You don't have to buy imported meat in like a tray. Well, I found out about it, and it's really delicious. And like that, I found many, but unfortunately, I haven't been like documented it. I'm obviously open for anyone that wants to talk to me and find out more. But that's why I like to invite you all to take the challenge, so you can find out about like different things that work for you. You're asking me if I save money?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, to an extent, I am, but you do spend more time. So it's like, what do you value more, money or time? In my case, I found that like it does take more time, because things like we gotta go in very early in the morning before to work, just to buy the bread. Or like, yeah, you do have to go out of your way and like not just, because now it's very easy. You just go to the supermarket, you fill your basket, and then you go home. In our case, we buy the bread from here, this thing from there. But what I did find in the process is that you meet a lot of people. When it comes to that level of like human level, to me, it was worth it to pay that price. In terms of money, I don't know, to be honest with you. Maybe no. maybe I didn't really save that money because I really like to invest in like things that they are make more sense, you know, to me and the planet. I never really counted it, but if you put your mind into it, you will, because you are really saving, you know, like in disposable items.
That's great.